An open book. I'm ready. Just ask me all your questions.
I'm like, she never dated. He's like, what? What's wrong with her? I try to drag her out.
Main reason.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And she ghosted me.
What? That was one time.
Are you telling me that in high school no one asked you out or anything? Or like send you like love notes or like,
oh God,
try to pursue you? What about in college? So why were you still single in college? Because at that point you could date.
From a very young age, I just knew like what I expected and what I wanted from a person. And like those people were just not it.
I love it. A girl with standards and boundaries and expectations.
Yeah,
we are all for this.
Welcome to the Candidly Cozy podcast.
Grab your tea and let's get cozy.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Candidly Cozy podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Jolie. Here we have candid conversations about all things relatable, empowering, and therapeutic.
Tune in every Friday for our weekly cozy chats.
Yes, and if you see anything that we're wearing that you like or you're curious about, please check our description box below if you're watching from YouTube, or check our links on whatever podcast you're watching us from.
Yeah. On YouTube and Spotify, in our description, we've linked all things equipment-wise,
what we're wearing, hair products, makeup products, even our nails. Yeah, so all that will be in our description box.
So check it out.
Yes. And for today's episode, I think it makes sense because we've been talking about some things related to dating lately. So we talked about being child-free by choice.
Yes.
We talked about cheating. What else have we talked about?
I know we've spoken about like marriage and stuff like that.
Yeah, red flags, marriage, hot takes. And today we want to have an interesting conversation because we have someone who is described as
chronically single.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about chronically single. It's a term I've seen that's been floating around on TikTok for the past few years. And from TikTok, how it's described is someone who's in their 20s or 30s who never been in a
relationship.
A relationship. Yeah. And it's not like they're not looking, like they're looking, they're trying, and they're open to being in a relationship, but they never had the opportunity or just never manifest that way.
Yeah.
And we want to talk about it because we have
a very rare sighting. It's me. I'm chronically single.
Miss Emily here.
Yeah. So just wanted to give you guys some insight into what it's like to be single, to be chronically single. And just talk about it a little bit and to make you feel like you're not alone. If you're someone watching and doesn't matter how old you are and you've just been single for like years, don't worry, girl, you're gonna be fine.
It's okay. And we're here to talk about it. We're here to dive into it.
I'm an open book. I'm ready. Just ask me all your questions.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, Emily's chronically single. I would not describe myself as chronically single.
No.
Although I have had periods of my life where I guess I was single for like a while. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience, but for the most part, we're mostly going to talk about her experience. So yeah, let's dive into it.
Yeah.
So Emily, first order of business.
Yes.
Why are you chronically single?
I think, well, obviously for me, like in reality, like a real factor is the fact that I just don't really put myself out there. I don't really go out.
She doesn't even do the apps, guys.
No, I don't do the apps. I don't think I would ever really do the apps. No shame to anyone that does do the apps. You do you. It's fine. It's just not for me. So, I just don't really go out.
I try to drag her out.
Main reason.
Sometimes. And she ghosted me.
What? That was one time. Jesus. That was one time. But no, we do go out.
Yeah.
And every time we do, I'm like, it might happen. I might meet someone. Doesn't happen. Don't meet anyone. But I'm okay.
Are you sure you're okay? Have you always been okay?
No. I would say I'm going to talk myself like third person. Like the Emily 10, 15 years ago, well, maybe 15 is pushing it. Maybe 10 years ago, would have probably been like devastated, you know? The Emily now, I'm living life. I'm thriving. I love it. All I've known is being single. So all I've known is not really having someone. And I'm okay with that. I think through the years, I kind of grew out of like all the insecurities that came with that. And like, I'm okay. Like, I'm fulfilled. I'm happy. So I feel okay.
Okay, let's dive into Emily like 10 years ago. So how was she? What was she feeling? Did she like what how was that Emily?
In some ways she's still similar to me now in the sense of like some insecurities and stuff, but like I think the Emily back then was really like hyper fixated on the fact that like there was like a path in life and like certain things that you had to do. And I've always told you this, I'm not like the typical girl our age. Like I don't do the things that girls in our when we were in school and high school, like I didn't do the things that they did. I didn't feel the way that they felt. Like I feel like I've always been pretty mature in a sense.
You were not riding the bandwagon.
No. So I've never really followed like traditional path. But back then I think I was very like I knew like that's what I needed to do. Like I wanted to follow that path. And it just wasn't really working out for me. So I think back then I was very like insecure, very like unsure, very not okay with the idea of not having someone.
Yeah, so like for me, like I was in the same boat as you like 10 years ago.
Even in high school?
Yeah, in high school I wasn't really dating like
no,
that, like dating anyone. And I guess like around that time I really wanted to date someone. Like I don't know, guys, like I really wanted to date someone. Like right now I'm like really different, like mentality, everything. I'm really different. Like you said, like Emily back then, Emily now are somewhat similar. I feel like me back then, me now are not that similar.
Yeah.
Anymore. Like I grew a lot. So are you telling me that in high school no one asked you out or anything? Or like send you like love notes or like
oh god.
Try to pursue you?
Okay. Just in general, yes. I did get like axed out. Not like all the time. No. Like I got axed out maybe like two or 3 times. Okay.
That's more than a lot of people that I know.
I don't know. High school. I don't know. I feel like in high school everybody was dating a lot of people.
Some people. I feel like some people were like that. Not everyone.
Yeah, I did get axed out. One thing was my parents didn't really want me to date. They wanted me to focus on school. So like that was my mentality. So whoever was kind of pursuing me or talking to me, like it was just not going to happen. Like it was not going to happen. Down. Absolutely. Was not going to be a thing. And then the other thing was I feel like from a very young age I just knew like what I expected and what I wanted from a person. And like those people were just not it.
Yeah, and high school guys were not.
No, and I don't
for the most part. They were not it.
No, yeah. And I mean like who they were, like personality wise, like their character, like you were not it. I'm sorry.
That's amazing that you as like a teenager realized that.
Telling you, I was so mature back then. I'm like an old lady now. Like in high school I was like in my 30s, and then now I'm like in my 80s. I'm an old lady.
Yeah, she's a grandma. She actually goes to bed early and wakes up early.
I mean, I have to.
But like for me, like it took me like a while for me to like realize that, certain personalities are compatible versus others. So personality does matter. Values, how the person carries themselves do matter, because in high school all you can think about is like, oh, this cute guy. Like you don't really think too deep about these type of things, but it's amazing that you
no, I did think some guys were cute, like oh he's cute, but it never went further than that for me.
What about in college? So why were you still single in college? Because at that point you could date.
Yes. I think like I don't think I ever really wanted to be in a relationship. Like the idea of it was like, oh, that would be nice, but like it wasn't something that I was like, oh my god, I need to be in a relationship, I need to pursue that. Like that was not the case for me. So in college I didn't even care about guys.
Did anyone approach you?
Yes.
Really? That's the first I've heard of this. I
swear I'm chronically single because one, I don't go out, and two, whenever someone does approach me I just say no.
Wait, so are you chronically single because you want to be chronically single?
I think so, to be honest with you.
Have you had time where you're like, it would be nice if I had someone?
Yes,
nice
every month for my period when I'm like when I'm like sad. I'm like, oh, I wish I had someone.
That's in like social media influences, your desires sometimes.
When I'm not like strong because it's like my time of the month. Yeah.
Do you think social media influences your ideas about being chronically single? Like maybe it's like the negative stories you hear on social media?
I feel like with social media, because of like the movement of like you seeing videos of like late 20-year-olds talking about how they've been single, like if anything, that's like reassurance that like there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with the fact that I haven't been in a relationship, and there's nothing wrong with the fact that maybe I don't want to be in a relationship right now. So if anything, those type of things on social media have made me feel like I'm good. I don't think I've ever been like, oh, there is something wrong because I'm not in a relationship.
Okay, that's good. Like, it makes you like it. I guess like reassure you.
Yeah,
that's really great. So, have you ever felt like you missed out from like?
Yeah,
not.
I think when like, again, it's like when I get my period. We all know what periods
so
do
like,
to us.
So like you have those feelings like once a month.
Yeah, it's like once a month I get those feelings of like, damn, I missed out. Or like, remember when we talked about like FOMO and stuff like that? Like stuff like that comes around, and I'm like, oh man, I missed out on like 10 years with someone,
10 years is a long time.
Because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how am I gonna meet someone?
You can meet them all the time.
No, but like meet someone, and how am I gonna have those 10 years with that person?
You just one step at a time, one day.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be 20 after those 10 years or 30 after those 10 years. I'm gonna be like,
girl, old. That's fine.
I know, but in my mind, I'm like, damn.
You're overthinking it.
Yeah.
As per usual.
Yeah, that's my mind.
She's doing better, guys. She's doing better.
I am doing a little better. But it's like the idea of I've wasted too much time not with someone. That's what gets to me sometimes.
So like
once a month when it's that time of the month. I'm telling you, when I don't have my period, I'm fine. I don't need a man. I don't care to be in a relationship. I'm content with my life, with what I've got going on in my life, and like I don't look for anything else. But when it's that time of the month and I'm like, my hormones are all over the place, I'm like super emotional, I'm like lonely.
That's when you're vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm lonely, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I had someone, even just like someone that could go on a walk on, or like someone that would text me, like then I crave it, but then it's gone. So I'm not saying that I'm like, I'm never going to be in a relationship. I don't ever want to be with someone. No.
Guys, I'm working on it, so. I might help my friend out.
That is honestly so terrifying.
No, I'm going to take good care of you.
Come on. I know. You're not going to set me up with like someone that's
And girl, like
awful.
I'm on top of my stuff. Like I am a detective, so I'll be able to find.
I know you would find someone good for me. It's just the idea, because I've never been with anyone. I've never spoken.
I would not throw you into wolves like that. Like I would like probably do like a double date or something.
Yeah, but
like,
even that is terrifying to me.
It's because you haven't had that experience.
I can't do it
yet. Like being out.
Like even talking about it, I'm like, I'm sweating.
It's one of these things, like dating is like the more you do it, the better.
And it's less terrifying.
Like the more you flirt, the better you're at it. So like in the beginning, you're always nervous. Like it's not.
Yeah.
But
just terrifying. Picture it. I'm like not your usual like I get nervous kind of person. I get like anxious. So it's like
I'll be there with you, like
girl. Doesn't matter.
I'll walk you through the ropes and
you're gonna have to say the words for me, because I will.
No, you'll be fine. Like I can picture it being fine. Do you think like it's that fear that's one of the reasons holding you back from?
I think people? I think there's like a fear factor to it, because like I don't know what to do, what to say. So like I'm like scared of that.
No, that makes sense, because like all these like crucial years were like your awkward phase where you're
where
like,
you could have been mistakes, like practicing it,
practicing,
like
making mistakes. You miss out on that.
Yeah. Anyway. So like for me now, it's kind of like the mentality of, well, 10 years ago, me would have been like, the first person I meet is going to be the person I'm going to be with.
I feel like all of us thought like that when we were younger.
Yeah. Now it's like I'm more understanding of the fact that that might not be the case. But I think someone else in my shoes would probably freak out over that because of like the age thing.
Now I feel like it's probably like the opposite, because if I set you up with someone, it's because I see like the long term with you guys.
I feel like you're excited about this. This whole idea is terrifying to me. Like I
feel like she's gonna be fine, guys.
Literally
she
have a
will be
attack.
Fine. Like I don't see why. Like I don't see anything wrong with her. Like she'll be fine. Well, do you think like there's something wrong with you? Why like chronically single?
No.
Or like people? Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's good. Have you ever felt jealousy?
Yeah.
Like,
but let me clarify this. I feel like people that are friends with people that are single, and you have like friends that are like engaged, or they're getting engaged, or they're
that's
married.
a lot of a friend group.
There's like this idea of like the single person must be jealous.
Yeah.
And I don't find that to be the case. Like, in my shoes, I'm not jealous of you. I'm happy for you. Good for you, you're engaged. Good for you, you're married. Good for you, you're in a relationship. Like, I'm happy for you. I hope that that relationship is good to you. I hope that that person is kind, respectful, compassionate. Like, I hope you're in a loving relationship.
I share the same sentiments.
I have no envy towards you. That's great for you, but it's not for me. Like, at that moment, like, I'm not, just because I'm single doesn't mean that I'm like gonna wish you bad. Like, you know, like, I'm okay. Like, great for you. You're living your life. Now I'm gonna live mine and be single. Who knows when I'll meet someone, but like, I'm okay with it.
Do you have like, I'm wondering, because I know you do have the fear, I'm wondering if you do have like negative concepts about being in a relationship, like negative ideas that affect you. Because like, the thing about her, like, she grew up in like a really happy family. Like, her parents are like very much in love, happily married, and like, I don't like to say that's rare to find, but like, let's be honest, 50% of marriages end up in divorce, and sometimes people don't get divorced because of the kids, or like money, or like for other reasons. A lot of people are separated, so like, the numbers like of like being happily married is, it's kind of rare. It's more,
and I feel like more people are not getting married now.
Yeah. So like, do you feel like your parents being happily married, and they met each other really young, do you feel like that has impacted you in a way? Because like, you mentioned something like you were expecting to meet your long-term person when you're younger, and your parents have. Do you feel like that mindset has like impacted you being chronically single?
No.
Really? Please explain.
I don't think it has. I think because I know their relationship, I know sort of like the values that I would want in my relationship. So if anything, it serves as like an example of like what to look for, what to like not settle for. So it doesn't really like hinder me or push me more into being like single. It just like, I have high expectations. Like,
we love it. A girl with standards and boundaries and expectations.
Yeah,
we are all for this.
Yeah, you should have high expectations.
Yeah, I have high standards, always have, and you know, I want that for you guys. Like, you guys should have high expectations, high standards, high, like, set your boundaries, and we all deserve the best when it comes to dating.
I don't think you should ever settle for anything less. And I think all these years of just being single, I've like, I know what I want and I know what I will not accept. I know, like, I can say this now, not being in a relationship, and then be in a relationship and not look at the red flags, but like, I know what the red flags are, and I know what I will not tolerate.
I can see that holding you back. Yeah. Because I'm like that too. Like, I see the red flags like a mile away. Like, whenever I'm dating someone, or like I'm on a date with someone, like the red flags are just going in my brain like and once I see them, I can't unsee them. Yeah. But that's just me. Yeah. Yeah. So like, have you had friends who you notice been in like toxic relationships, or like non great relationships, and you think that has affected you?
I don't think it's affected me. In like, what way affected me though?
Like, let's say, because I've had friends like that who've been in like really bad relationships, and for me, like, I'm like the type of person, I like to learn from afar. Like, there's certain things I do not have to experience to learn. So like, when I see like some friends dating like a certain type of guy, and I notice it doesn't work out, I'm like, okay, I know I'm not gonna like try that for myself. Or like, I've seen people, like couples, where they're really not compatible at all for different reasons, and I can see that from afar. I'm like, okay, I know like this plus that doesn't work, so I know what works for me and what doesn't work for me. So like, for me, like, I analyze and assess like people's relationships, and I know every relationship is different, but I try to like apply that to myself. So like, I'm wondering, because you're like, you think a lot too, so I'm wondering if you like overthink that too.
I mean, I do think that I probably do that because like you see things and you're like, oh yeah, that's not gonna happen in my relationship, or I'm not gonna let that happen. But I don't think that in any way hinders me because I don't have the mentality of like, oh, he did that in that relationship, that means all guys are gonna be doing that.
Yeah,
Like
so like
that's
I know a
not
lot
the
of women are like
mentality.
that,
No,
where
no,
they're like
no,
all men are this, all men are that, all
no,
men
no,
are
no, no,
bad.
no.
And for
No.
me, I don't adopt that mentality myself as well. Although I do have friends who are like that. And with that, I have to say, like, you have to be really careful with like who you surround yourself with. Like if you want a relationship, or if you are chronically single, because that can really affect you. Like they can really affect your mindset.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm talking from experience. So that's why like I really have to ask Emily, like, have that affected you, like, or like persuaded you in some type of way, because it's much like easier than you think it is. Like it's much more common for people to affect like your how you think than you think it is.
Yeah. I think it definitely doesn't make my perspective of like all guys are like that. Like I don't believe that.
Yeah, same here.
I think if anything, it just like other people's relationships and what they're willing to like let you know about, like problem wise, or like what didn't work. I think that serves as just like
lessons more?
Lessons, and like just something that you can look at and reflect on and be like, okay, how do I feel about what they did or what they said or what happened? And like, do I want to be ever in a position where that's going to happen to me? You know,
think like
will I ever
too.
let that happen to me?
I think about that too. Sometimes I think about like, oh, okay, my friend went through that situation. If I'm going through that situation, how would I react? How would I confront that situation? So I think a lot about that too. So like I want to ask you, like, do you see yourself being chronically single long term? Like you're probably gonna be like a crazy dog lady in her 80s.
Thank you for saying dog lady. Everybody says cat lady, and I'm like, no.
I once told her I can see her being a cat person. She was so offended.
I was so offended. That was the most insulting thing you've ever said to
girl. Listen, I can see myself being a cat lady, so
yes,
I love cats.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, but like, do you see yourself being like an 80-year-old dog lady? Like never experienced anything.
Definitely a dog lady. But in terms of like relationships, honestly, like I've already been single for so long, and I feel like I would be okay. And I think that we need to like get out of the idea of like you're supposed to marry someone, you're supposed to have children, you're supposed to do all these different things
by a certain age. Yeah,
like you don't have to. You can go against the grain, you can be your own person, you can make your own decisions. You don't have to follow what society or what your family or what your friends or what like people around you say or do. So like I think I would be okay. In saying that, would I like to be with someone? Yeah, I would love that. You know, I would love to grow old with someone, to have someone there that's like always with me, a companion, someone that I do things with. Like I would love that. That would be nice. But like I've been single for so long that it's like I don't crave that. It's not like I'm missing something. If anything, the person that comes into my life is going to add something to my life. It's going to add more peace into my life. It's going to add more love into my life. It's going to add more laughter, more like fun. Like, you know, like I want it to be something that's going to be good for me. Not to say like there's not going to be problems or hiccups or whatever. Like it's life. We're human, you know? But I definitely feel like I would be okay.
Don't worry, guys. I won't let that happen.
I mean, we'll see. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm okay with it. Like I've accepted it at this point. I'm okay with it. I don't feel like I'm missing out as much as I did 10 years ago. You know, I feel like 10 years ago I was very like unstable.
You know, like what you're saying, I also can relate because like I'll say like 10 years ago, like for whatever reason, like I wanted a boyfriend.
I mean, didn't we all?
Yeah, we wanted.
You know, like,
so, like
everybody was dating and stuff. Like,
but for me, like the older I get, the more mature I get. Like I've always been picky. I always had a high standard. Like the older I get, the less I was like interested into like dating and guys. Not like I'm not like I got disinterested. It's the less like I cared about that. Like I had other priorities.
yeah.
Yeah. So like And like the older I get, the more like I end up loving myself. I end up working on myself.
I think that's a really important thing. I think that's maybe a reason why I'm like okay with it, because in being single for so long and just like having myself, it helps me to like grow.
Yeah, more. Same for me.
You know, like you got to learn, the first person that you should like really love is yourself. The first person that you should want to like help and like is yourself. And if you, I feel like if you don't do the work for yourself, it's not gonna be the best case scenario when you do get into a relationship where like there are gonna be like issues or like red flags, or like, you know, it's gonna be harder for you in a sense, because you're already going in with like your heart kind of broken. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No, I know what you're saying.
I feel like it's coming off weird.
No, not really. No,
I just feel like
I know what you're saying.
You gotta love yourself.
You gotta love yourself, so you don't have to like look for validation
for someone else to like make you feel like you're whole, or like you're worthy of something. Like no, you are worthy of everything. You deserve all the goodness in life, and it starts with you first.
One thing I noticed is like women who haven't done the work before getting into a relationship, so like they get into a relationship young, the relationship end up like morphing them. Like sometimes they end up losing themselves in the relationship, like especially if they're not mentally strong enough. And let's say the other person is
very overpowering.
Yeah, overpowering. That's the word. Like there's like an imbalance. I would see it where like the woman loses herself. Like she's morphing herself into like her partner, or like who her partner wants to be. So like that's something. That's why I really believe like doing the work, like the mental work, and like the self-love, the self-discovery, working on your confidence is so important. When you're in a point of your life where you feel like, oh, I don't need anything outside of myself, I'm satisfied within, that's the best position you could be in when finding someone. Because at that point, you know what you want, what you need. You can communicate what you want and what you need. You can communicate your standards and boundaries with someone. And at that point in your life, it's easier for you to find someone who match you. It's easier for you to know like what you're compatible with versus not. And it's kind of like the same for me. The older I get, the more I build myself up, the more I build my self-love, my confidence, my self-discovery, the more and more satisfied within. It's the less like I care to get anything from outside. I care to get like validation or love from outside. It's the more I'm like more okay with being single, because for me, like I always have the mentality, I'd rather be single than to be in a bad relationship, because I've seen bad relationships. I'd rather be single than to be in a toxic relationship. Like I said, I've never been in a toxic relationship. It's not me bragging. It's just like I got to a point of my life where like I value my peace so much. Like for me, like the slightest indicator that someone might be toxic, I drop you. I can't do it. So, it took me a while to get to that point of my life, but you have to be in a point of your life where like, even if you meet the last man on earth and you really want to date someone, if that last man on earth is not to your standards, you got to be willing to like drop him. And I know like it sounds horrible. Like I'm not saying like people have to be perfect, but there are certain things you cannot let slide when you're dating. And so like the self-work is so important. Like I cannot stress that enough.
So in those periods where you were single, what was your like thought process about? Did you like think about maybe not being in relationships, or like did you ever think about like, oh, let me just be single for a really long time or something like that?
I've had those thought processes where I'm like, you know what? It's okay if I'm single for a long time. It's okay if I'm not married. It's okay if I never get married. It's okay if I end up being a cat lady. And I feel like for me, not a dog lady.
Cat lady.
I feel like for me, it depends on where I am in my life, and it depends on where I am mentally and what I'm focusing on. Because for me, I'm the type of person like, it depends on what I'm prioritizing in my life at the moment, then that's what I'm prioritizing, and everything else falls in the background. So like during certain points of my life where I'm like, you know what, I do not want a man distracting me, or like I do not want the wrong man to like deter me from my path, because like for me it's one of my fears to like date someone and that person deter me from my path, because men do that. I've seen it, like where a woman, she's the path of being something great, and then she met the wrong person, and that has happened, and I was always aware of that. So yeah, it depends on the moment. So sometimes where I feel like I'm more content in my life, I feel like, you know what, it'd be nice if I have someone with me, like especially like during the lonely moments where it's like cold, or like if I see someone in a happy relationship, I'm not jealous. I'm like, that'd be nice if I experienced that as well.
Yeah.
And there's some moments, other moments in my life where I'm just like so focused on what I'm doing where I don't even think about these type of things. And there's some moments of my life, like it depends who I'm around, like friend wise or like family wise, where I'm like, oh, all men are bad, which, like internally I don't believe that, but like sometimes when it's repeated enough,
it's so easy to
around
like
you
believe, to like fall into that.
Yeah, so I have fallen into that, but it's not like my core belief per se. So I'll say like it depends where in my life I am. But I feel like right now where I am in life, where I feel like I'll be like, I'm more stable, and I feel like I'm more mature, and like I'm a different person now, and I feel like that's who I'm gonna be in the next few years. I feel like I'm just more so content with like what I can give myself, and I'm very much open to meeting someone who can like match that energy. And I'm at a point of my life where like I know what I want, I know what I deserve, I know my standards, I know my boundaries, and I can communicate that. And the minute someone's not meeting my standards, it's okay. For me, it's okay. I'm okay with being single. Like I'd rather be like, for me, I'm at the point in my life is like, you're either Mr. Right or you're not. And I'm either with Mr. Right or I'm single, and I'm fine with that. I don't want no in between relationships, no situationships, sneaky links. I don't do things like that. It's not for me. I'm too mature for that at this point in my life. So that's where I am right now mentally.
Yeah. What do you think about like the idea of you're chronically single, there's like something wrong with you?
No, I don't think so.
Like if somebody went up to you and was like, oh, so your friend Emily, like she's never been with anyone, she's never dated anyone, like what's wrong with her? What would you say or think about that?
Actually, I had someone mention something like that about you.
Really?
But I'm defending you.
The tea. It's good for the ratings.
Emily's, I'm like, she never dated. He's like, what? What's wrong with her?
He said that.
Well, he was shocked. No, the thing about you, okay, guys, the thing about Emily, when we have conversations about her being single and people are shocked, it's because she's pretty. And she's okay. Yeah, no, it's because you're like the type of person who's like, why, like it wouldn't be hard for you to find someone. That's my top priority. It wouldn't be hard. Like you're pretty, you're educated, you got your head on your shoulders, you have something going on in your life. So like you are like in many ways like a man's standards. So that's why like some people were like a little bit weirded out when they found out you're single. So I'm like telling you like their thought process. They're like, okay, then what's wrong with her? Because like I'm
a psycho.
Because like it wouldn't be hard for her to meet someone. Like if she's on the apps, it really wouldn't be hard. Like
I don't think I could be on the apps.
No, I know you
I'm
mentioned
like
that.
I'm like traditional in some things, and then I'm not traditional in other things. Like not traditional in the sense of like I don't want to be married, I don't want to have kids, and I'm traditional in the sense of like I don't want to meet someone on an app. Like I want it to be natural, happening. Like I'm at the grocery store, I'm at the gas station,
and we're gonna
I'm
make
at
it
a
happen.
park, I'm out walking in the city, like whatever it may be, but it's just gonna be natural, not something that's like forced.
And we're gonna make it happen, guys. I'm gonna drag her around me whenever I'm outside. We're making it happen, guys. I'm not gonna let her be single forever.
You know how many times back in the day I used to be like, this is the year where I'm gonna meet someone, and then it's New Year's,
that's me,
and
every
I'm like,
year, another
like, year.
This is the year I'm gonna meet the man of my dreams. I think that's all of us.
And then New Year's, I'm like, I didn't meet anyone.
Oh yeah, with Emily being single, like one reason why I don't see her being single forever, and like for me too, I don't see myself being single forever. I'm like, look at me, I'm hot. Like like hot girls don't be single forever. Like come on, like who's not gonna snatch me? Like it's not gonna be that hard. So that's why like for me, like even like whenever I have the thoughts where I'm like, oh, I might be a cat lady, and I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. I'm like, probably not, because like when I like see like other women who are like similar to me, who are like like they have their head on their shoulders, they have a night, like they have things going on in their lives, and like they look good, they present themselves well. These women don't stay single forever. Like for me, like in my world, I don't see it, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
if I can't see it for them, then I can't see it for me.
Yeah.
So that's why for me, I'm like, it's okay if like I get married in my 30s or 40s or 50s, because let me tell you, in my 50s, I'm gonna be a hot 50-year-old. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried being like, oh my gosh, it's too late. I'm not as hot. No, I'm gonna be hot. Like I'm not worried. Like, and plus, men always like hot women. So
oh my gosh.
And like with you, like that's why I'm not worried about her. Like, she's pretty. She has a lot of things going on for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, there's no way she's gonna be single forever. She just needs to be out more.
I think that's a main reason. It's just that I'm not out.
Mm-hmm. And you need more friends.
I'm expecting someone to just knock on my door, to be honest with you, at this point.
You can. That's how I say, like, you need more friends, because a lot of people, they meet their spouses through like mutual friends, introductions, which I'm working on. So guys, like, I'm not worried about her. And it's funny because now that I'm talking about that, because when I watch chronically single videos on TikTok, it's usually people you wouldn't think would be chronically single. And I know, like, it sounds very vain or shallow, but like usually like people who, they look good, like they're good looking, they seem to get like their head on their shoulders or something. That's when I'm like, okay, what's going on? Because like technically you shouldn't be single. Like, it should be easier for you, even on the apps, because like I have experience being on the apps too, and honestly, I don't think it's hard for me. I know a lot of people talk shit about the apps all the time. I feel like if you know what you're doing, then you're fine. Like that's how I feel about it. But like, it makes me wonder sometimes, like, why? Like, are they not going out more? Or is it like a societal thing, like where people are not approaching each other more, or people just don't want to date? Because we talk about like being child free by choice. And we briefly mentioned the 4B movement in South Korea, where women just do not want to deal with men at all. But like people who are chronically single are like people who want a relationship. So I'm like, I wonder what's up with that.
Yeah. I think there's also a lot of pressure in like how like a relationship is formed. I feel like I've seen a lot of things where guys talk about like how they're expected to make like the first move type of thing, and how it's like really like hard for them. Like it's like really like a stressful thing for them, because it's not just the fact that they have to like walk up to you and just like start talking to you, it's the fact that they can just be rejected.
I know a lot of men are really afraid of being rejected.
I understand that. And I think like reversed also, like you barely hear about a woman going up to a guy and like asking them out or anything. So I think it's like
it's probably a societal thing then.
Yeah, it's like the pressure of that. And I mean,
also social media, like,
it's hard.
Yeah, because like since COVID and social media and people being on their phones all the time, there have been a lot of, I guess, studies or like people talking about like how people social skills have diminished, especially like the younger generations. So I'm thinking like maybe like that has something to do with it, because I know a lot of people have anxiety, social anxiety. So with that, you're not gonna be out and about, and that's how people tend to meet people. Before before the dating apps. You have to be out and about.
Yeah, that's
talking to
that's
people.
What I'm telling you. I feel like I'm okay with the fact if it doesn't happen, but in the idea of like me working towards meeting someone, I have social anxiety. Like that kind of stuff. I don't know.
What if someone approached you? Because like you have been approached
before.
I
will shut down. I have been, but it's just like, so.
Don't worry, guys. I'll be there with her. Like,
I honestly, I don't know.
I'll be there. She'll be fine. I'm not worried about her at all. Like, I have friends who are like chronically single. I'm actually worried about them. But her, like, I'm not worried about. And like I said, like, I got her. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous.
And also, I know like there are some women who choose to remain single, like like being child free by choice, and some women, they just choose to not date, like women in South Korea with the 4B movement. And if that's their choice, I support as well, because I do believe that I support women who know themselves and know like what's best for them. And even, let's say the decision is not traditional, it's completely fine if that's the choice you make for yourself for whatever reason it may be. You have to be confident and okay with that. And some people might be against you, some people might have things to say, and it's okay for you to go on your own path and make your own life decisions in that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but like in Emily's case, it's not like she. What would you say, you chose to be single, or like you're open to dating?
I mean, I don't know if I could say I chose to be single. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I've never put myself in a position where
Mm-hmm.
that would not.
So you are chronically single, because I feel like you're open, but like you don't care enough.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Yeah. So, but
Took
you're
us
not.
like only an hour later to really verify the fact that I'm chronically single. We can verify.
But she's not gonna be single for long. Okay, guys. So
who knows? We'll see.
So yeah, this is our talk about being chronically single. Well, her being chronically
Yeah.
single.
And if you are,
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with you.
No, absolutely
There's
nothing
nothing
wrong.
wrong with you choosing that.
Mm-hmm.
If you are chronically single but you want to be in a relationship, don't stress about the timing of things. Like, it will happen for you when it's going to happen.
And I have some tips for that.
Yeah.
So you can like have friends to set you up, like Emily right here.
If you're not an anxious person, have your friends set you up, go out.
Yeah, go out.
You know?
And the thing about, I'll say, like in Western culture, like American culture, when they think about going out, like while being single, all they think about is like bars and clubs. No. Like do things, like actually do things, join organizations, join run clubs, join book clubs, go to conferences. I know so many people who met their spouses at conferences. Go to events. Like I know what I'm talking about.
Travel.
Yeah, travel. And then there are like speed dating activities, which I don't recommend. But I'll say, like,
done that before?
I've done like a speed dating thing in like college, my first year of college, but it was like not serious. Like no one took it seriously. Like,
okay.
But and also, like, if like you're chronically single and you're at a point of your life, you're like, I want to put myself out there, and I'm like socially awkward, or like I have social anxiety, it's okay to like ease yourself into it. Seek therapy and help, have someone help you out, like a professional help you out with that. And also like have exposure therapy, where like you just put yourself out there. You can just go to like, I know I said like I don't really support finding your spouse in a club, but you can go to a club and just talk to people, so just so you can like be out there, like, and like don't be afraid of being rejected or like people being mean to you, because not everyone's nice. And you have to be open-minded to that. Like, yeah, like that person might be mean, but the next person might be super nice.
But also, like, there's so many people in the world.
Yeah, we live in New York City, so it's like
I feel like people get very fixated on like one person, and sometimes it's not gonna work out with one. Well, not with one person. I'm not trying to say. Sometimes it's not gonna work out with that specific person. It doesn't mean that you're never gonna be with someone else. Like, you're gonna meet other people. There's so many people.
8 billion people in the world.
Believe me, you will meet someone.
Especially if you live in a big city like New York City. Let's say you're chronically single and you're in a small city. Consider moving to a bigger city. And like I said, join groups. That's how like do these things. Yeah. And also, like, guys, the inner work is so important.
Absolutely.
Like self-love, working on your confidence, self-discovery, self-care. And if you don't know where to start, there are like a lot of videos on YouTube that can help you. Therapy can help you. I know some women out there are religious. Diving deeper into your religion can help you, or your spirituality, whatever you practice. Just do it for yourself. Self-discovery. And if you realize that you really want to date someone and you're chronically single because you're looking for validation, give that validation to yourself. Tell yourself the affirmations that would soothe your need of validation. So yeah, with that, like, it's okay being chronically single. And if you're chronically single and you really want to date someone, that's okay. And if you're chronically single and you're okay with never meeting someone, that's okay as well. It's just like, if you really want to meet someone, like I said, you have to think outside the box. You have to put yourself out there. Yeah. And you can do it. And make sure you make more friends that can help you out.
It would. Yeah. I also thought about something else. We didn't talk about, well, I have a question for you. Because I am an introvert, and you're less introvert, you're kind of more like out there. Do you think being an introvert or being an extrovert has something to do with someone being chronically single?
No, not at all. No. Because I meet both introverts and extroverts in like relationships, successful relationships. So not at all. Like both men and women who are introverts and extroverts have been able to be in successful relationships. So like I said, like there are so many ways to meet someone. Like I said, take classes. If you're in a class with someone every day, you're bound to be friends with them. You know, and it's easier for you to ask that person out if you really like them.
Because I almost feel like some people might have an assumption that like because you are an introvert, that's why you're single. Or because you are an extrovert, maybe that's why you're single.
I've dated men who are not introvert. I dated men who are introverts, and you would never think they would like be the type to approach or whatnot. No, that never stopped people. So I wouldn't be worried about that. For me, like it's more important to meet someone who matches your personality, who's compatible with your personality. That part is more important. Like I said, there's no one way to meet someone, whether it's the apps or like through a friend, matchmaking service, the clubs,
going out there
or going out. There's no one way. You just have to like put yourself out there. Yeah. Or like ask friends to help you out.
And don't feel discouraged because of like any assumptions that might be made about you and the reason why you're single.
F the assumptions. F like people who have things to say about you. At the end of the day, you're living for yourself. You have you at the end of the day to cater to and answer to. So just remember that. And with this, it concludes our episode
on Chronically Single. We'll probably talk about it again at some point, another aspect of it.
Or we can talk about like when I finally found Emily's match.
I don't think. Okay. Yeah, sure. But if you do have any questions or you want to talk about the what, or if you want to continue the conversation, please comment. Let us know. We're an open book. Ask your questions and make sure to follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok at Candidly Cozy Podcast. And if you want to keep the conversation going, please do.
Yes, and please give us suggestions. Yeah, I know we talk about some topics related to dating, and we haven't like directly talked about dating, but we like talking more about like subtopics. Yeah. So like, please give us some suggestions. Let us know if you're chronically single yourself and how you're coping with it. Are you okay with it, or do you want to be in a relationship? So just let us know.
And if anything, I hope this video just reassures you that
you're okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, and you're not weird.
No. No, you're not weird. No, but it's okay.
Yeah. And with that, we love you guys. Yes. And we see you guys next time.
Catch you with another video very soon. Bye, guys. Bye.